like, what's their record? You think it's gonna be?
It's gonna be tough. So there's 8 teams, right?
Yeah, so 7 games, 4-3.
5-3.
Seconds to battle.
Maybe 7 games.
4-3. Sorry, yeah, 4-3. It would already be.
For F already.
Yeah.
They've got the Fade Bolt. Do they have the damage to finish him off? Arctic Burn gets away, but there's the Aphotic Shield popping. They get first blood. They'll take out FY. They'll go for Yang, and they should have a second. It's White Album who grabs the kill, and that is 2 kills for Aster. Something we saw in the Southeast Asian region was the 5v5 pre-horn. Kind of get a little bit of that here between the 2 Chinese teams, and now you've got White Album who already gets a kill on that Shadow Fiend. He's happy.
I feel this is getting to a point where there's no excuse for this to happen anymore, you know? Like, I feel like every other game pre-horn first bloods I have it's way too frequent right now. Like, you know, it looked like Aster had a plan, and Elephant was kind of like, yeah, I think they're coming here, but they didn't really bring all the resources. There were only like 3 heroes there. Like, at this point, you really need to prepare properly, or you just don't show at all. Like, you gotta know what you're doing during this initial time.
Yeah, is that something that's based off tendencies that you're seeing? Like, is that, they know Elephant's usually gone that way in the past, that they're gonna match that? Is that something they've looked at by watching some of Elephant's games? I think I guess it could be said for Aster. They do the same thing, kind of been trying like that.
I mean, I'm sure that as the tournament progresses further, there's going to be tendencies for a lot of teams, you know, like they're like smoke here to do this level 1. But like, as of now, I feel like everyone's kind of trying the same thing, bringing 5 heroes just to try to problem them, and it worked against
the pressure on the bolts. RedPanda and FY chased, and of course to use a lot of that regen and back off a little bit. It's been tough for them so far. And again, just getting harassed by XXS, who's on the Beastmaster. One of XXS's best, but I feel like I say that about everything that XXS plays. He's one of the more stable offlaners in the region, but there are a handful.
yeah. I'm honestly a little afraid for my prediction already. Dota games are supposed to start like this, you know, like with first blood, down kill, 3 bounty, run to 1. Hope to be much more, and it can really lane a lot. We'll have to see how that goes, because player needs to get out of the lane phase, okay? Just so it can start pressuring the game.
Well, it's definitely not as much of a detriment as the ultra kill Kado -0 medallion was.
Definitely not.
It's certainly starting the game, spot that, you're gonna have to try and recover in.
Yeah, Somnus doing really well for us. The fact that he had less bounty runes and the SFX.
Yeah.
So, job to him. Of course, DP is a very strong laner to make it work.
Strong laner even up against the Shadow Fiend. Like, that's a fine matchup to be.
Yeah, but especially early levels. I think, I guess the levels go higher, like level 4 or 5. It's gonna be more difficult for the DP. But especially like level 1 to 3, you're in the lane. They have way more damage than the SF.
Okay. So we'll see if the SF ends up doing already now 11-3 for White Album. Great name. I like the name switch. DD to White Album.
What is it? What is a White Album?
Well, I know Beautiful had a White Album, User had a White Album, and then there's a White Album and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I'm not sure what the actual reference is. I'll probably ask somebody after this first game. Ooh, Crypt Swarm. Couple shots on the White Album. Enough to get killed, but still kill for Somnus.
Will
be massive. Laughing out shots from FY as well as Sang. Slowed up for just a moment, and that'll keep LaNm alive. This is your classic Centaur Rubick lane.
Yeah. And something I'm very surprised about is that he did not go double edge, because he would have stayed in line up there. Had a very common skill now that you get, because Turner won't really do much anymore. There's no active component to it. And especially with Rubick, you should rather have the new comp. Yeah, be careful here. Silence that.
Shades on. Some damage being done back and forth. These right clicks really starting to chunk into FY. Is and now the sentry from LaNm committing for it.
Yeah. He
what a surprise!
Where's the sentry for that? What a surprise!
Look at an award, but now so okay. warning there, that's your mistake.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at the lanes, IO is pretty much free farming there. Oh, IO is very strong lane. Ogre already has a 5 HP region level 1, and just after further. I think both have 10 running, and just 10 to the Ogre have like something like 20, which is ridiculous at this point in the game.
Minutes in. I will say after lose 2 and then 3 bounty rune, Elephant really stayed up. Raises on RedPanda the stun as well as the ignite. Getting towards the 5-minute rune, and it's RedPanda who wins the race. Gives up his life, but they 3 on Elephant. I believe they got a 4th because of the bounty rune. Yeah, that's being left for the Death Prophet. So should eventually be not a bad trade when you're 5 positions trading to get all 4 bounty runes secured.
Yeah, but of course Winter haven't had a really early earn. Or managed to earn up Aster to full again. It's not as impactful as it could have been, but 4 bounty runes, very huge, especially in the 5.
It's good for the team.
Very good for the team.
It's a team sacrifice.
Yeah, I would like to see some rotations mid lane now, maybe even from the Rubick as well, just to use that exorcism, you know, kill the SF, get the tower low, and we'll probably be looking for Abaddon to counter that gank.
If you can get in and take out that tier 1 tower mid quickly.
Rubick is coming in from behind now.
They've got the Abaddon here still.
One
Now
lift
backed
could
off.
mean death.
Yeah.
Like DP does a lot of damage. This okay, rune spot. Oh.
Question of whether or not they can set it up. Still bounty rune with bottom. Over towards top. We got 3 heroes here going after Eurus. And the creep's gonna be here in time for the tether. Actually, tethers back towards RedPanda.
This is such a good mechanic for the carry.
Look at Easy into the whip stop. Now they're going for the kill onto Monet. They brought Somnus over. Fade bolt for Monet ends up dead. They get the kill on the troll, and now they lose XSS. Cold Embrace, LaNm, as well as Winter Wyvern of Borax are here. XSS taking some damage. Eurus getting low with the rotation for White Album. It's not going to be 1, it's going to be 2. White Album gets both double killing, dominating for the SF early on, and a 5-1 lead for Aster. But this is Exorcism trying to take a tier 1 bottom.
Yeah, and I think they will also try to take the 2 on top of the Aster side, to the bottom to defend the tower. With the here.
And Borax.
They're not that strong without it, so.
These heroes are already low on Aster. Telekinesis, and now the Cold Embrace. Going after Somnus. The Fable, both of them. He is really low. Stampede pop by Yang. Crypt Swarm is there. They get pulled. This will now turn into a tier 1 tower bottom and the chunky kills that have come the way of this Elephant side. Yes, you lose your top tier for yourself, but slowing down Monet's game, killing him twice.
Both teams, they were very
Dire's top tower is under
sloppy,
attack.
I think is the right word. They saw 3 heroes top, and then the IO Ogre killed the side on the Beastmaster. Turns around immediately, they find the kill, trade the top tower. Same thing, they just took 2 heroes against 3 and try to defend the tower. I don't know, like why they did that. It was really sloppy. If they wanted it in a Abaddon, then possibly a Beastmaster, you know, maybe even your SF, but you know your SFTP can't be bottom. Like slight miscommunication is going on for both teams, I feel like.
Yeah.
Going for the Helm of Dominate first, of course, to stay before carry IO, just permanently being hasted.
Dire are
The
scanning.
best item probably on a core IO. Then gonna go into the Aghanim's after.
Prime Roar, still a tough kill to get, but the raises, they'll get cut through this Centaur. White Out in that kill fight is half, but of course they're probably going for that kill without White Out nearby. Ignite as well as the stun on XXS. FY chasing, maybe there to get a telekinesis in. They just cannot keep up.
I'm very intrigued to see what item build SF ends up going for. You see a lot of just straight cane blinks, others do like Eurus blink still, others go blink BKB. There's many different item builds you can go for right now. And I'm very interested to see what he's gonna go for on his SF. Oh, I hope he does not go Battlefield perfect. He's going Maelstrom, I love that. Big fan of Maelstrom Troll. Much more than Battle Fury. Just because it fits the concept of the hero, you know? You have a lot of attack speed, you're gonna get a lot of these procs in. farming item either way, and then fight much earlier and much more efficiently as well.
Do you like this compared to other builds we see on the Troll? Battle Fury Axe sometimes?
And Battle Fury is, for me, it's a very greedy troll item because the hero is meant, as I said, to fight ready, I feel. Maelstrom just complements it perfectly. So you could even go Maelstrom Axe if you really want to. I don't think you really need a Battle Fury. It's way too greedy, honestly. It's the same with Monkey. A lot of monkeys go Battle Fury, where I feel the new Maelstrom is actually a more efficient farming item. It's much cheaper, get a much earlier. But we'll see, like, as the meta developed, you know, it's still quite fresh. We'll see what teams will get to work through.
With the Maelstrom too, you could be a lot more active.
Yeah, sure. One of the best fighting items.
Yeah. Yang spotted by Monet for just a sec.
And it's not going super well for the Dive side, honestly. I thought they would be the ones better, but they took favorable trends, and now they would be the only time in this room.
And there's Guilty for White Album. One more shot with last second raise. White Album is on its unstoppable 6-1, 100% kill participation. He's got of the 7 kills.
There was an interlude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit Illusion Room bottle. So, full control going heavily in favor of Aster is paying off right there. For DP.
Going down the Death Prophet, who's on the net worth, you're really waiting for you. In fact, his farm's kind of low. And Yang sitting with not a lot of farm either. I guess the good thing is that FY has built up a bit of farm.
Yep. Going water. Not the Yang.
Still missing though. Probably would have liked something just
Radiant structures are fortified.
Here, shield there.
Dire structures are
going forward, this is a
fortified.
quarter. It's going to be an orchid or what? But it's a really weird item. You just rush Agnes because it's a huge power spike.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He has like
attack.
good idea. Minute, power half now. Gonna be a little bit dependent, maybe you probably listen up. You don't as old.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
comes in. There's the Fiend down.
What could be? Either Orchid or, I mean, Echo Save that makes no sense.
Echo Save. Meta?
But even Orchid doesn't sound great. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going for.
Dire's
Maybe the
top
casting
tower
of Live
is
that,
under
you know,
attack.
gives him the best comp.
Maybe he thinks he needs it just because he's behind by a bit, get a casual wood step, maybe building something later. Better than maybe building up on the axe.
He's probably committing to the Orchid, I'm not sure why. Little engagement, maybe.
Stand MP, the smoke breaks, Telekinesis comes through onto the Winter Wyvern, still Swinnable. They take out Borax, they were looking for XXS, he got some distance. They don't have a Blink Dagger to close the gap, they did try to use that Stampede stun. There in time, XXS is out.
Yeah, he is committing for the Orchid. I'm not sure why, as I said. They don't have super many spells.
Radiant's top tower is
Maybe
under
you want to
attack.
silence the Abaddon before with the shield off or something. But again, I feel like the damage is just so important for that hero. Playing as a cold roll, it's like half his damage in team fights.
And it's a lot of gold committed not towards an ag, which seems like a key.
Yeah. We'll see how it works out. Maybe it's gonna surprise us all with it. I feel like more likely than not, it's just gonna not do much.
Boots Necro 3 out. It's gonna spot Eurus.
He's fast though. He unsmoked this is out. Yeah, he's out. The shield is way too fast. If you want to gank him, you gotta give him with the Blink Dagger, or you gotta come in the opposite direction, you know. Might it's the
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Steve, Heroes here, so should secure it. I know Eurus is looking in. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. Trying to build up that Orchid. And profit. Close to where the essence is in farm.
Dire's middle tower has
one
fallen.
mid. Getting out with here being built after this Yule's White Album.
Oh, that is also an item build that next, because usually it would be like cute BKB, but he needs to be BKB. If he has BKB, the bad team only has access to him goes through, which is the weakness of the lineup. If they manage to blow out the DP, I don't know how I have fights honestly. If DP ever dies, they do have good save for her. Later the Aggrum Stampede and of course the IO, but if DP ever dies, gets bursted immediately, Dire needs to retreat ASAP.
Yeah. I do have that Stampede to try and retreat. The interesting thing I saw on FY, he's going straight Axe. There's a lot of things to steal on Aster's end. And you'd love to grab if you've got the proper position. But straight Axe feels like a big commitment.
Yeah, usually it's Abaddon's into Axe, or Abaddon's Blink into Axe. Maybe he's playing the IO this game.
Maybe.
No, but Axe first, so the cast rate increases massively on that ult, and the cooldown can work out really well. It's very expensive. Stampede from here.
And I believe this is the Blink Dagger for Yang. Yeah, it is. So they're trying to debut it, look to catch up, but the Blink is short, and they don't catch anybody. Stampede and Blink, not enough to catch up to this Aster side, and that is the debut of the Blink Dagger, so they know it's on this Centaur ready to go. So the information, yeah.
Blink, finish and reveal, Jules reveal, and now Ogre also finished. So in theory, that's the biggest power spike they'll get for a while. So if you want to fight, should be now.
Hawk spots Yang. It's the direction they go. Being Blink back. But they've got the Requiem. Blows the Primal Roar. They've got the damage too. White Album will get sick. There's another one.
I was really surprised he chose to just stomp the Necronomicons there. It was an easy blink off. He definitely had it in time, but he chose to go on those macros.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, not sure what sparked his decision. His team at all. And already 3k go behind with a line that does not want to play from behind. When his troll gets his BKB, as it gets his BKB, ISI is gonna have a lot of problems. Yeah.
Could become a big issue, and it's already quite the issue with the 3k deficit. You know, they're not really even fighting with the troll
At all, yeah.
He's just been farming. Monet is trying to shore up some farm, shore up BKB. Maelstrom BKB. I think if you're up this much, you can fight if you're troll.
Definitely.
Now, obviously, they've given him the option where he could sit back and farm and go towards those next items. They've proven that they have the power to fight without for now. I think with this lead, they can kind of continue to do so, right?
Definitely. Now, this SF is popping off.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Participation still, and now that's 10.
Stolen Requiem, Blink. Borrowed time, popped immediately, trying to run the exorcism. There's the Winter's Curse. And map fly, that'll fury Abaddon. LaNm drops, steals the Aphotic Shield before he's dead, so I like the Aphotic Shield pickup. It's one of the better ones to have for FY. Uses that and gets rid of it quickly. And now they'll go for the tier 1 tower. While that is happening, your bottom tower is being traded.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really worth
Radiant's top tower
for
has
Elephant,
fallen.
simply because the tower means nothing, and they lose their bot tower anyways. They popped Exorcism, Stampede for just a single Abaddon. They're not getting the best trades on the map right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they haven't gotten the best trades for the moment. Hood for this Centaur, who's behind XXS, so yeah, behind XXS by about 1,000 gold.
Going straight into BKB and the Beastmaster.
Yeah, BKB is a plenty for the side of Aster.
Yep.
At least that's the play. And there's the BKB for the troll. So he's finished his. SF's going for one. You've got Beastmaster looking for one as well.
SF already finished his as well. There's a big power spike coming up now. They have no way to stop anything through BKB. I feel like Aster can easily force fight on Roshan with these two BKBs.
Yeah.
And if Elephant doesn't commit, and Troll is going to have an Aegis, which is going to be hard to fight into. And if they do commit, I feel the two BKBs, they will just crush them. It really comes down to the DP though. DP can win these kind of fights. It's just right now she is very fragile. I was into BKB as well. Really not good for an Centaur that we have seen everybody build.
Yeah.
And they do force the Roshan. Nice.
Gonna go for it, and I don't know if Elton are gonna try and contest. They're nearby.
They've seen the two BKBs, they cannot fight this.
So just a free rush.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very problematic though.
Roshan has fallen
this
to the
game,
Radiant.
for sure. And now he has an Aegis.
Radiant's middle
They can
tower
use his
is under
Aegis to
attack.
pressure more of the map, which probably will double BKB. But they can also just, you know, take it
Dire's
slow
top tower is under attack.
and bomb.
Dire structures
Gonna
are
take the top tower.
fortified.
They're probably gonna try to rotate, take the mid tower. Oh, Fiend, Bloodlust Tower.
And help
Dire's
out, keep
top
this up,
tower
but
is
there are a
under
lot of
attack.
heroes here.
Machine gun. So fast, it's ridiculous how fast it attacks.
It's not gonna matter though. They're here, they're ready to get
Dire's
the tower
top tower
and commit.
has
No
fallen.
contest from Elephant again.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Fiend is
attack.
trying to hold on a 3-minute 20. That means no experience for Dire side, unless they manage to reclaim it, which doesn't seem very likely. It's gonna be a huge experience swing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're taking out though.
RedPanda.
Oh, they're just giving it up? I'm so surprised by this.
The Hawk spots him.
They work so hard for this, but curse maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, just get it. I like it. I like
Curse
it.
for the outpost.
That's not happening. It's the Somnus.
Nope. Now the tone's on Eurus.
How much is that? 1800 XP going in favor of Radiant.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Big swim, yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
He's picked up the troll. See, the experience is relatively close.
Yeah. The bigger story is really cold. 3 BKBs almost up. I took it into a basher on the troll. Just
Dire's
the
bottom
BKB
tower
of
is
the
under attack.
P that's gonna come out inevitably, and IO as well. I'm just feeling this IO is not gonna have much of an impact in fights at all. Usually what happens is why IO is so strong, you can just run around and deal damage passively with your orbs. But in this case, he actually has to stand and right click, which means he can ward, he can get right click pretty easily. Winter's Curse, you know, so many things.
You gotta think that with that BKB soon to be finished for Eurus that he goes for an axe, but comes down to if you have enough time to even build that axe.
If he wants to build it,
Dire's bottom tower
he's built
is
all
under
the
attack.
They have not used it a single time so far. It's just been a waste of money. Because the axe concept is not only your fighting item, but it's also your farming
Dire's
item.
middle
You farm
tower
so
is under
faster with
attack.
it. You'll definitely see what he has planned. But if he just wants to go for like a pure right-click IO, which I haven't seen before.
Maybe picked up for the death buff, but the blink dagger
Dire's
for White
middle
Album.
tower is under
Somnus.
attack.
One roll away from death.
Yeah, it's
No,
the fight's on him, but he has to be very careful. Blink goes up, and he also uses that flood, but Monet immediately they go to the CMP, but can Yang get out? No, he can't. BKB was popped. Monet is getting low. Exorcism and Transport. They do pop the and the Requiem, but White Album falls to Eurus. Exorcism's in. The Winter's Curse. It's going to allow him to have while LaNm is dead. Somnus gone to the side of Elephant. He'll pop his own Requiem, and that fears away Monet. And what trying to do as much as he can. The Splinter Vest hits. He's also got the Spirit Vessel on him, so he needs to retreat because he's got a sliver of health. That fight doesn't go all too bad for Elephant. They do lose the Death Prophet as well as Centaur, though, for just the Shadow Fiend Abaddon.
Yep. They had no ages there, would have been very one-sided that fight, but of course they do have the ages in the troll. And we saw how much damage his Exorcism can deal. It killed the troll, that's a thing on top of the DP, but he just died in a second. Very clutch Requiem steal as well, otherwise the eye would have also died.
Yeah.
Played by FY. But you can see there's a lot of firepower in this lineup. They just need to actually get the fight going on their terms, which they did in this case. And the troll also, he was very premature with that BKB ult. Like, he just ran into 4 heroes by himself.
He really tunnel visioned on Yang, it seemed.
Yeah.
Just wanted that Centaur kill, and then what? You've used Trance, you've used your BKB, and Agri is pretty far. They pulled him back, like they did the right thing. They backed off.
Kind of pulled Io here.
And BKB Eurus, but the Primal Ruler afterwards, he tethered, but will never get a chance to use it. Now dead for 50. He's trying to build into that Axe, but there is no letting off the gas for Aster as they move into the Dire jungle and pick him up.
And finished on Rubick.
That could be a difference here because if he's got the Requiem, he then gets hit with Winter's Curse. If he's able to steal that right away, turn that around, and throw Winter's Curse in onto the team, like
Lots of potentially good skills. Beastmaster axes are amazing with your own axe. Troll axes can be amazing. Plus purchase.
Radiant
What
are
else?
scanning.
Of course, Winter Curse, Requiem. If you ever visit the
Radiant's
old
top
XP
tower
massive,
is under attack.
LaNm
Feel it, feel it, feel it.
time, and that's why he's coming over.
doesn't want it.
anything?
Oh, he
No.
stays wreck. He stays wreck.
Okay.
Makes
That's
sense.
act directly.
Axe wreck, yeah.
He's gonna get blinked close and beat Shadow Fiend.
Give it to him.
Go for F though.
A lot of eyes on FY here. I think if this is gonna win, it'll have to come from a lot of clutch steals. They need to steal the Raw, possibly, to go through BKB because they have nothing that goes to BKB other than DP. Yeah, as you said, he's going back into the Aghanim now. But if you want to go Aghanims, why did you do it in the first place?
And then maybe you could have had
Yeah, because it helps you farm faster.
yeah. And you haven't had it really opportunities that you've used your Orchid yet.
Yeah. The only time you fought after buying Orchid was against 3 BKBs.
Yeah.
To do that.
Selfish.
I'll have to ask myself, that, bro. That son.
Asking. She was, for some, I know I said it with no analytical work back it up, but I did say the game might fall on F.
Well, I think. Also, of course, on, you know, there's this case where they will try to push the DP, but he gets relocated out just in time, and then they have the fight advantage. There's lots of cute places that I can make with his Rubick axe now, as well as his AO.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Winter Wyvern doesn't need to be too close to the fight to throw out first. And there's a look. Primal Roar on the Somnus. He's made it down here with the TP coming through. They've got the cool damage on White Album.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now the damage just with 200 health. TP's away. Look at the massive rotations that Charles from Aster just getting away in time.
I did not quite see it, but Winter Wyvern did attack, right?
So,
Because if he did, he's definitely in range for Curse. Probably thought maybe we don't need it, you know, last second. But
Yeah.
after death kill, 100% the Curse.
it's a question of whether or not you want to stay conservative. Hold on. Through and look over RedPanda, but Eagles is out once again. They've got the stun on Monet. They've tethered up on the Yang, but they've killed RedPanda immediately. Keeping popped by White Album. Nothing is cool.
Which is not the group.
Probably of all the spells you can see in this game, one of the worst. But I'm not saying it's a bad spell. Everything available in the game, you want something else.
It's a pretty bad spell. Let's be honest. Like he has like 250 health. It's really not good. You want to have the Prophetic Shield, or ultimately you want to have the borrowed time. With your own Aghanims, you can actually just save your
Yeah.
Right into the phone. Raw.
Primal Roar, look at the damage, just ripped through the game. He's trying to get away, but he's still getting RedPanda joins him. There'll be a second, and that is another one for White Album, who is on a killing spree, 10-1-3. He is involved of 13 of the 14.
I feel like Elephant is like they always look so surprised, you know, this is happening.
Radiant's
The enemy
bottom
has his
tower is
hog,
under attack.
and you're farming all by yourself repeatedly. You're gonna be more careful around the map. Like I feel like they just keep getting picked off. Like, raw off cooldown is used
Dyer's
every
middle
time.
tower
Yeah,
is under
it's
attack.
happened bottom, it happened in the jungle, it keeps happening as you extend
Dyer's
further and
structures
further away.
are fortified.
Let's see if it's,
Stole the axe.
you know, if it's something that ends up
bottom
like
tower
it's
is
only
under
14-8, it's 6 daily. There's definitely opportunity here for Elephant to come back. But if you continue to let yourself go out further and further from the base, and then TP Primal Roar immediately comes through.
Yeah, I'm just not talking around it. Aster's late game is definitely better. Control, the SF, the scalability is much better than Elephant's. They, of course, they still have like 20, 25 minutes until they reach that point. But it's not something you can play for when you team Elephant. You have IO with Aster completed. You have the DP. You want to be the aggressor. You want to start making things happen. She's got also completed on the DP. I think it's go time now. They're being too conservative.
You know, it feels like it has to be right.
Yeah, they need to get out of the map and start doing, like, at least something. Like the lane down, start pressuring, make them feel something.
This timing feels like whoever wins this fight gets promotion if it's fast in the game. Fine RedPanda, he dies already. A 4v5, but then a buyback to
Radiant's
that's going to come
middle
to
tower
the death
is
property.
under
Not the
attack.
exorcism immediately. They've got real kids fast away. Yang leading. Everybody, this is like, Requiem coming in. They still got the feet on it. The Tony Gang is still here. They take out the win as well. This is and they're looking towards another. Somnus is dead. Triple kill from Monet. No answer for Elephant. And that's what you were hoping for when you got the Aether Lens on Borax. This Winter Wyvern from a distance can get the Winter's Curse. And when you're funneled into stairs like that, it's almost inevitable that that is coming your way.
Yeah. The best natural item counter displayed right there. Why? Super well done. And honestly, there's not much else I can get back to this game. That Rubick was designed to play from behind. Now Exorcism is on cooldown even when DP is alive. And it looks like a clean Mega creep. Probably get Megas, go back to Roche. But doesn't do the Alpha then. Move back up. Open the throne.
They don't have Exorcism. They don't have Death Prophet for 30 seconds anyway. 20 seconds into Eurus is back up. Ace picked up by Centaur. The advantage continues to grow for Aster, and he can go until Roche doesn't need to stop here. And this is very, very shocking if you're a fan of Elephant, expecting this to come in roaring. Now you've experienced a series where they've lost in a game like this. And it's interesting to see how they'll recover. This game's still not over. They can't come back, but it's going to be a really, it's a 90-degree climb straight up.
It will depend on because they played it very conservative even. I think they could have gone for Megas and then into Roche, but they decided to back up, go to Roche first, which is, of course, it's an okay decision. But again, I feel like they could have forced a little bit more, you know? Like in the last series, we saw them in this LGD, where we had this massive lead. They almost gave it away by being too conservative, and I feel like it's kind of like a repeated story with this team. Aster play very well, but actually just too passive.
LaNm again on a run, borrowed top, gets top, that's all they can get. I think maybe Aster also have a little bit of here. We looked at a 70, you know, there's 7K goal lead shifts yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, when that OGD series happened, going back and forth, maybe you remember that. You're like, all right, well, what if we let this go?
Yeah, but again, like LaNm, you know, like I'm sure
BKBs, and now the Prime Four is going to come through on a Eurus. They've got the silence out. That's on to the side of Aster, and now they already get the kill on LaNm. They tribute for Yang, so it's a 5 for 3 so far. Yule's up into the air, telekinesis coming through off of Monet, trying to chase John Somnus, but he's got the spare tech on his Exorcism going. The gauge is out of hand. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, XSS is a little bit low, needs to back away. They have the silence hitting onto this troll once again. The chase is on, but it's not going to be fast enough for them. They lead forward for a second. They get the Aegis out of their hands, but that's all they get. And again, Exorcism comes from that. And they've also used that Stampede on. This is just an Aegis and a 5. I don't know if that's going to feel amazing for Elephant, but it does maybe slow down after.
Yeah. I want to make the call to immediately just go top. No Exorcism. Exorcism is the only threat they have, really. It's going to be down for 2 minutes, you know that. And I think it's for the issue now. We go for the creeps, probably smoke up. Your cooldowns are all back up. What happened?
Going, or at least trying to go shard on Abaddon.
And smoke up probably, yep. Here it goes.
There's some
very
furnace.
good.
Upgrade with that shard. It's the smoke success, LaNm, and Yang.
Looking for a quick takeoff here.
Double Dash was just so might not have that retaliation from Yang. With those cooldowns, there's the DD and proper word that's going to come through. Eurus they've got the Spirit Vital Soul on to Eurus. They get the kill on the Swiss. They try to make a run. They buy back immediately. Yang did so much damage through that Stampede. They disarm the troll, and now they'll try to chase. They leave the base, but it's not looking good for Elephant, as they've already had to buy back on this Wisp. Aster disengage pretty well. BKB, but White Album survives. He TP's out. The Winter's Curse stops them in their tracks. They enter, they get a kill, they force the buyback, and they leave without captivity.
Yep. Next time either IO or DP dies, it's out for Team Elephant. It's a very good way of creating a self-away condition, you know. Smoke, and they just dump right away. No hesitation. I like it. Now 20k gold up. 10k gold rather. And yeah, as we said, Radiant draft in late game is very scary. There's a lot of burst damage coming out.
Pistol.
SF as well as Troll.
So many things go through the BKBs. Eurus pops the BKB, but Primal Roar, Abyssal Blade will lock him down, kill him off. There's nothing he can do.
Scotty as well, reducing the healing of DP as well as the IO. Good itemization coming out. And Somnus /M himself.
Again, another piece being out too far. Eurus up into the better pop by Monet. Shiva's on the run, pops the Exorcist. Not sure he's going to survive. Now XSS is here. The weak is right. It's got the help from Centaur. Somnus was with Primal Roar. There's the kill. Gone for 85 seconds. Exorcism was also expended. Yang's dead over on the side, trying to get down to White Album. The Stars on to XSS. They'll almost take out Eurus, who relocates out. Surviving. Barely all the Winter's Curse. Borax from a distance. Ladder kill by Fiend from FY. But Eurus is killed, and so is RedPanda. GG is pulled by Elephant. Aster still looking dominant, taking game one off of this Elephant lineup.
I'm again. Aster. Don't want to take anything away.